Hey guys, I have a riddle for you today. What do Spoiler King and Plasti Dip have in common? Well, the answer is they're gonna make my rear end look beautiful. Well, that didn't come out how I wanted it at all. Anyway, stay tuned.
Hey guys, John Engel here, and I've got some great news. Today we're going to fix that by installing a brand new double dim. So today we're going to do an oil change and replace those.
Okay, so here's the Spoiler King spoiler, and this has 3M adhesive tape that goes on the back. Let's take a look at what else comes in the box. I must say that I was really impressed with them. They give you a nice little license surround, which I don't know if I'll use, but if anybody wants this, let me know. They give me some stickers, which once again, I might put one on my toolbox, but probably won't use this on the car. So if anybody's looking for a Spoiler King sticker, let me know. It comes with the alcohol swab so that we can clean the surface, and then also some K520 primer adhesive. Now, what this is for is to make sure that the 3M actually adheres perfectly to the painted surface. Now, it does say in the instructions here that if you've ever had ceramic coating, you need to remove that. Thank God we haven't. So all we really need to do is use the alcohol swab, and we should be good to go. So the first thing that we need to do before we can put on this spoiler is to actually clean this. Now they do give you some alcohol swabs, which are really nice. I think they give you 2 of these, but I've got some alcohol and a clean microfiber, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do a first pass without the actual swabs, and then we'll use one of those. But I just wanna make sure that I've got all of the surfaces as clean as possible so that it will adhere as wonderfully as possible. And you can see that there's some dirt on there, so this is a big must. It does say that you probably should wash the car first. I had washed it about a week ago and it wasn't bad, so I thought that I could get away with just doing this. Now that I've cleaned it with alcohol, I'm going to use their little pads just to make sure that it gets all the debris and dirt up. And these are real easy to use. It only sits on about 3 inches of this back, and I'm going to go ahead and clean about 4 or 5 just to make sure that when this goes on, I've got no problem with adhesion. In the instructions, they do a really good job of telling you exactly how to do this so you get it on straight. The first thing we're going to do is measure it and find the center line. So it's 57. So I'll scoot it down just a little bit. I can put my tape mark. I will warn you, you do not want this tape to stay on there too long. We'll get into more taping in just a second. The other thing is on the back side, you can see where I've gone ahead and put a little cut so that I can start these sides off first, because we want to adhere the middle before we adhere the rest. So we get these off to the side, bend them around because we want them to come out just like this. So now that we've got it like this, we can find where we want it back here and the center line. Notice that's why we measured that center line. And then once we put this down, we're not going to have too much that we can do without redoing the whole thing. So we want to make sure that these little strips are towards the out, and that when we put it down, that center line is where we want it. And then we just come, start pulling these out, laying it down as we go. For this side, I'm just going to take it all the way off. Oh, that looks amazing. Oh, that looks so good. So one side down, one side to go. Start peeling this one off. And just remember, take your time, make sure that you put it down where you want it, because that's the most important part. And it is flexible so you can get to the contour of the body line, just like that. Oh my God. That is so awesome. If you notice, I did not use the promoter on here. I just used the 3M tape. And my rationale for that was if I wanted to get this off, I wanted to make sure that I didn't have any problem with that promoter. Once this is on there, it's on there for good. With the 3M, it's still on there for good. But I wanted to make sure, God, it's amazing how quick that installs and how good that looks. Spoiler King, you did a really good job with this product. It looks amazing. For the price, I think I paid somewhere around $100 with shipping, maybe 105. They had a promo going on. You really can't beat the difference that this makes. Now, with that being said, we're on to part 2 of our making my rear end look good. I'm impressed. Spoiler King, great job. All right, so to make the rear end finally look like I want it to, I'm going to paint this lower valence part black. Now I'm going to use Plasti Dip in case it doesn't come out how I want it. I can definitely remove it and be able to salvage the original paint. So what we got to do is clean this area off and then we can mask it off. So let's get started. Here we have everything that I think we'll need. I've got my quick detailer just to first quickly clean everything off. Then I've got alcohol to make sure that it's prepped right. We've got an old can of Plasti Dip so it's free, and hopefully that's going to look right, but we'll do a test panel. We've got tape, and then we've got paper to make sure that nothing gets overspray on it. All right, guys, let's get to work. First, just a light misting so I can clean this. Now remember, we're only doing the inside section. I'm only cleaning a little bit above it just to make sure everything's perfect for it. Now that it's clean and I gave it a few minutes to dry, time to prep with alcohol. Oh yeah. Just like with my drinking, the more alcohol better. That sounded like I was drinking. We just want to make sure any residue, anything that was on there is now off. No oils, no fingerprints, nothing that will contaminate our beautiful paint job that we're about to do here in the backyard. Last but not least, masking everything off. Now this, I'm kind of interested to see where I'm going to start and where I'm going to end. Let's just go down here. Let's get on the ground for this one. All right, where do you go? All right, guys, so you can see that we are prepped. You can see that I covered everything down there as well with paper. And now all I have to really do is spray this with a couple coats and we should be fine. All right, let's get to painting. Now we let that get a little tacky, and then we'll do another coating of it. All right, I just sprayed like the 1,000th coat on there, and I feel that we gotta let it dry for a little bit and then pull all of the paper and tape off. So I'm curious to see how long I need to let that sit before I can do something like that, or even. All right, one part down. It's actually going well. I should probably stop right here. Ultimately, it did exactly what I wanted. It's gonna peel off super easy, and it actually peeled off a little bit when I was going to remove the adhesive and the tape masking it, but it goes right back on just by pressing on it a little bit and kind of sticks it, so I'm hoping that it's gonna stay. But ultimately, it achieved the goal that I was looking for, which is to give it that more race-inspired look, which I believe actually comes from the CETA cars back in the F-bodies. But I love the look of it. I think this is going to work out really well. The line came out really nice across the top, so super happy with it. Well guys, I have to say, for around $100 I transformed the rear end of this Corvette. I am super excited. Spoiler Kings did a great job on their spoilers, super easy to install, high quality product, really liked that a lot. And then for the price of a can of Plasti Dip, I did the rear panel of the Corvette, which makes a huge contrasting difference, ties in that new spoiler that we have, and I absolutely love the results. If you guys like this, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, leave me some comments below. We'll catch you next time.